Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Dani. On this channel, I love talking about handbags. I talk about luxury handbags, contemporary brand handbags, as well as all the beautiful handbags in this world. If you like that kind of content, definitely do subscribe and turn on notifications so that you'll be informed every time I upload a video. I'm filming in a new setup. I did mention recently in one of my videos that I was in the process of moving house, and I'm all moved in now, which is awesome, but the whole place is not completely set up yet. I still need to get a handyman to come around and do some handyman things around the house, but there are just other things I have to prioritize at the moment. So the handyman budget is just going to have to move to another month. For now, this is the most optimal position that I can film in, so I hope you're okay with this. Of course, I did get a haircut as well. I chopped off about 3 inches on my hair. Yeah, that bit of hair down the bottom was dying because I had bleached it so many times. And yeah, I do plan to grow it out again eventually. But let's talk about what I have in store for you today. I have a very special unboxing slash reveal. So sure, I did purchase this item from Vestiaire Collective. A lot of you will know that one of my YouTube besties is Mary from Louis Vuitton. And given all the recent drama she has experienced with Vestiaire Collective, you may be wondering why I'm still shopping from that platform. What allegedly happened to Mary does make me feel uneasy about shopping on Vestiaire Collective moving forward, but I made this purchase before she released her most recent videos. Yes, we are still friends. And if you're thinking of shopping on Vestiaire Collective, I suggest that you do your own research and decide for yourself whether it's the best move for you. Of course, I had to open it straight away because if there's an issue, you have to raise it with them straight away. And at that time, I wasn't ready to film a live unboxing. So I went ahead and just opened it up and checked it. So today is going to be a review. It came in the Vestiaire Collective box and then this dust bag as well. There's a little bit of a story time about the dust bag. All right, let's get her out. Ooh, you got the handles. Ooh, ooh. There she is. Hello. Bye-bye quiet luxury, isn't it? So this bag here is called the Rita bag, and it is from the Louis Vuitton X Murakami collection. And this one is in the Noir multicolor monogram. Look at her. How loud and gaudy is she? I'm going to proceed to take you through the measurements, and I'll give you some close-ups and I'll tell you about the condition of the bag. Obviously, there will be a story time as well. I'll give you mod shots as well, and I'll share the price of the bag with you as well. I got her for a real bargain. As I said, I purchased her from Vestiaire Collective, and the authentication tag or their check tag is still on here. I have not used her yet, so I'm just going to cut the tag off right now because I'm certainly going to be keeping her. Right. Sorry, the bag is really heavy. I'm just getting some shoulder pain. So I have some strap covers on. I'm just going to remove these. These are mine. All right, so here she is. This is what she looks like from the front. There is the black canvas with the multicolor monogram on it. Her general shape is meant to resemble a Chinese ingot, or you know, those Chinese gold bars. There is a very big front pocket over here with the koala clasp. There's vachetta with a ton of these studs. Wow, and I just feel that's probably contributing to the weight of the bag, but look at all that hardware. So along here on the top of the flap, as well as in these corners as well, and a koala clasp over there, it says Louis Vuitton Paris. And then that's what she looks like from the side. There are 2 D-rings over here. That's what she looks like on the back. There is a zippered pocket, which is really quite large. So yeah, my entire hand fits in there, and it goes all the way down to the corner over here. If you see where the yellow LV monogram logo is, it goes to about there on that side, and similarly to the other side as well. So really quite a large, deep pocket. That's what she looks like on the other side. There's 2 top handles. These are vachetta handles, and hardware is all in gold. On the inside, it is 1 big empty space plus 1 big slip pocket over there. I can fit my whole hand in, and a small slip pocket over there that was for the old razor size mobile phones. Let's see if I can go. That's a better angle over there. Whew, I need a rest. My arms are tired. I'm just going to put her down for a minute because she's so heavy. Now, she does come with this shoulder strap over here, and that shoulder strap is made of vachetta with gold hardware. I've never owned such an old Louis Vuitton bag before. So this specific bag was made between 2007 and 2009. So it's not quite vintage yet, but it is almost there. And my goodness, when I picked up this bag for the first time, I was like, holy goodness gracious, it is so heavy compared to the weight of some of the other bags that I do own. I forgot to mention, if I didn't already, that's the bottom, and there are 4 feet. All right, so the past owner clearly used this bag, without its shoulder strap, because in terms of the difference in the Vegeta colors, see how different it is. So I think she just stored this away, and the condition of this hardware is not bad at all. This shoulder strap, as you can see, is completely detachable, and there are a few different length settings as well. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 length settings, and I will attach her and show you how she looks in a minute. But the whole bag altogether with all this hardware is so extremely heavy. I'm just going to give you the dimensions of this bag right now. In terms of length, it measures 34 centimeters. The height of the bag is 25 centimeters. The depth of the bag, not including the pocket, is 18 centimeters, and including the front pocket is 20 centimeters. The top handle drop is 14 centimeters, and in terms of just the size of the front pocket, at its widest point, the length is 28 centimeters. The height is 17 centimeters. In terms of the back pocket, the zipper length is 19 centimeters and the height of the back compartment is 13 centimeters. In terms of the shoulder strap, the strap drop at its shortest length is 27 centimeters. At the longest is 29 centimeters. All right, let me take you through the condition of the bag. So in terms of the hardware, sure, some gold has rubbed off. That's one zipper pull over there. And that's quite similar for this zipper pull over here as well. Yeah, you can see the gold's a bit rubbed off, and you know the hardware is a little bit scratched up, and over the studs on the tips some of the gold has rubbed off as well. In terms of here as well on the clasp, there is some wear and tear as well. Most of it right in the middle of the koala clasp over there. Now in terms of wear and tear of these Murakami pieces, most people are most worried about the silkscreen chipping. So if you're not aware, this is kind of just painted on or printed on, and they can chip off the canvas. Unlike regular Louis Vuitton canvas where the coating is on top of the monogram, most of the monogram on here has done pretty well considering how worn the rest of the bag looks. The leather looks okay, like maybe there's like a tiny crack over here, but the canvas overall looks really good. Now with these canvas pieces, Louis Vuitton cannot repair canvas, so it's very important to make sure that when you buy canvas pieces that none of the canvas is cracked. Leather, Louis Vuitton can fix if you really want that. Moving back to the silk screen, the only bit of wear and tear that I can see on the silk screen is down here. So along this border over here, the silk screen is just chipped a little bit, but that's the only place that I can see where the silk screen has chips. All the other bits of monogram looks pretty darn amazing. So I'm pretty happy with this bag, especially for the price that I paid for it. In terms of a bit of wear and tear on the bottom of the bag, so with the hardware, just on the tips of these feet as well, the gold has tarnished slightly. The vachetta is obviously really patinaed already. There is some red glazing on the handles, and some of it is just ever so slightly coming off, but I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, I can sort of feel like the glazing's a little bit sticky, and some bits have come off compared to what's on this shoulder strap over here, where the red glazing just looks perfect. If I didn't mention before, the shoulder strap also has a strap keeper, and I'll give you a close-ups of what this looks like. Although I can see that it has been used, it still looks pretty good and looks much better than the hardware on the bag itself. Yeah. Right, I've just changed the angle of the camera a little bit because the bag is just way too heavy for me to just keep holding up. So she's just going to rest here on a couple of pillows. Does that look a bit weird? She looks like she's my body and like she's got arms. All right. And I should say with regards to chipping, I actually have discovered a bag restorer that I think will be able to repair that if I wanted them to. Do you remember my Fendi Baby Spy bag as well as my Chanel card holder? When I got them, there was quite a bit of wear and tear, and recently I did send them off for restoration. They've come back in really good nick. So if you're interested in seeing that video, certainly subscribe and turn on notifications so that you'll be informed when that video goes up. I was really happy with the outcome of that restoration, and to me that means that if I want someone to repair or paint the bits of chipped silkscreen on this bag, I know someone who can do it really well now. So in terms of the story time, I've been wanting something from the Louis Vuitton Multicolour collection for a very, very long time. I've been completely drooling over them. The one that I really like is actually the white versions, but because they have a burgundy lining, they are known to bleed out onto the white canvas, and obviously I don't want that to happen to my bags. Once that has happened, I just don't think it looks that nice anymore. So for me, I knew that I was going to get a black one. The black one, as I showed you before, has a lighter, sort of a more neutral beigey interior. I should say that the interior, I think, is actually Alcantara. That's what it smells like and that's what it feels like, but don't quote me on that. Now, something I wanted to point out, I had to look really hard for the date code. And if you're interested, the date code is actually inside. It's in this corner over here of the slip pocket on the inside. Now, because this is Alcantara lining, it flattens a little bit. And although I could see the date code, I could not actually read the digits very well. Just something to be aware of if you buy one of these bags, that date code is not on a flap. It's just sort of hot stamped, or it's not even hot stamped, it's just kind of stamped into the Alcantara lining. So I think over time, with rubbing, that date code eventually will fade away. In any case, my piece here, it is written as made in France. My YouTube friend Mary from Lumi Level Up, every time I see a piece of Murakami, I'll send it to her and go like, should I buy it? Should I buy it? And she always tells me, oh, they'll chip off, so you sure you want to buy it? So I'm really sorry, Mary, for not listening. But yeah, as I said before, I found someone who I know can restore this colorful monogram. That's why I had a little bit more confidence to go for it. And also, I found this one at a price that I thought was really good. Those of you who follow my channel, you know that I love color. I looked at my collection the other day and I realized I don't actually have a plain black bag. So what did I do? I went and bought a colorful black bag. But here we go. Do you remember this bag over here that I bought recently? Da, 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 da. So this is from the Louis Vuitton X Kusama collection, and oh, I absolutely love this bag and how colorful and vibrant she is. But given how much she is, I'm actually a little bit afraid of using her. So for that reason, I'm like, well, it's not that I won't use her, but I feel like I want a backup bag, and of course, there's nothing better than this. I actually think I bought this because I wanted something from the Murakami collection, and I felt like this would satisfy my craving for that. But in the end, when I bought it, I'm like, oh, I can't use it. So I went and bought this instead. This is Luxury Lover Math. So what made me bite the bullet for this one was actually the price. And I also really like the uniqueness of this bag over here. With the multicolor ones, there were obviously a lot of them. I especially liked this one over here. I can't remember the name for it. I love how cute that shape is. It's like the current Loewe Flamenco bag. And I just love how unique this shape is. But I took the measurements and I felt like the size was going to be too small and it was going to be too shallow for the fact that it was actually an open bag. So although I really like how that bag looks, I decided I'll just admire it from afar. I did see a few other Murakami ones, like a shoulder bag version. Sorry, I can't remember all these names of the Murakami bags, but I'll put pictures up. So there's a shoulder bag version, and then there was a messenger bag one as well. They were all really nice, but they were all over 1,000 Australian dollars, or either that they were in such awful condition that, you know, I feel like what's the point of purchasing that? Like all the beautiful multicolor monogram had chipped off. And then this one came along. So the price was really quite good. I think it was about 997 Australian dollars. When I saw it pop up on Bestiaire Collective, I did certainly try and negotiate with the seller, but she wrote back and said, I'm really sorry, that's the lowest price I can go. I can't go any lower. And it was true. It was the lowest price I'd seen for one of the Murakami bags ever on the pre-loved market. And on top of that, this is a very sizable bag as well. It's almost like a tote, but not a very tall one. And that time I was trying to negotiate with the seller because there was a 12% coupon offered by Vestiaire Collective. And I felt like if she could bring the price down to what I was expecting, like, you know, $997 plus 30% off plus an extra 12% off, I could allow myself to purchase the bag. But because I'm trying to be good with my finances and more responsible essentially with my finances, you know, I just bought a new place, I decided to wait and postpone the purchase to the next month so that essentially it goes into next month's budget. And then the month ticked over and I was waiting for another coupon code from Vestiaire Collective, and lo and behold, one did turn up. So there was an extra 10% off and I quickly went ahead and purchased this bag. I really couldn't be happier. I have wanted one of these in my collection for such a long time, and now I have one. So in total, what I paid for her was $1,100.72. What I paid Vestiaire was 1,068 Australian dollars. That included the authentication service, the taxes and duties when the bag comes to Australia, as well as about 35% delivery fees. And then I didn't realize that my credit card actually charged me $32 for an overseas purchase. So I was a bit annoyed when I saw that on my credit card, but there you go. The other thing about this bag was when it was dropped off at Vestiaire Collective and the team did their inspection process or quality control process, they notified me to say that the seller did not include the dust bag, which was in the original listing. And I had the option of either accepting it or cancelling the order, in which case I would have gotten a full refund. So I was a little bit disappointed that she did not include the dust bag, but I still felt like the price of this bag, I could not have gotten a better deal anywhere else for a bag of this size and this condition. So I just decided to accept it. And in terms of dust bag, it was one that Vestiaire Collective provided for me. I mean, I love how loud she is. Like, she's so big and she's got this really weird, different kind of shape. She's got all this hardware and she's so darn colorful. How obnoxious is she? I absolutely love it, love it, love it. Now, just quickly, because we're always curious, like in terms of does this fit a phone, that's my iPhone 13 mini, and that's how it compares to the front pocket. Obviously, it fits in like no problem whatsoever. So that's it in there, no problems. And just for reference, that is the length of the front pockets. It's like the length of my hand plus half my forearm. So that's the big front pocket. And for those of you, if you're curious about whether a phone will fit in the back pocket, it certainly will as well. That's the size comparison, and put my phone in, no problems whatsoever. The pocket goes all the way down to here, and in terms of the width, it's essentially that wide. So a very big back pocket. You could put like a whole long wallet inside as well, I'm sure. If you're curious whether the slip pocket will fit my phone, again, that's no problem. So although that one is for the tiny Razr phones from way back in the early 2000s, I guess you can use that for lipstick, but the iPhone 13 mini is going to fit in that slip pocket, no problems. No doubt this is a very big bag and it will fit like water bottles, cameras, umbrellas, your lunch probably even. In any case, once I start using this bag for a bit, I will do a full review of this bag, because when I was looking at buying this bag, there really wasn't that many reviews on YouTube on it. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer in the review, certainly leave them in the comment section below. So let me give you some mod shots. So that's what she looks like on the crook of the arm, and I absolutely love this look. I always imagined that I'd be carrying like a multicolor bag with a white t-shirt and maybe tracks or jeans. I think this would look so good with denim. But yeah, I'm just wearing tracks today. So that's what she looks like on the crook of my arm. When I measured earlier on, the handle drop is 14 centimeters, and that's the minimal handle drop for me to be able to fit bags over my shoulder. So I did say that the bag was quite heavy, but once I put it on my shoulder, it actually doesn't feel too bad. And she's quite wide at the base, so you got to be ready for your arm to stick out a little bit or carry her like so. Yeah, but I'm guessing that the previous owner actually just did use the bag like this because the shoulder strap looked so clean. So yeah, here she is with the shoulder strap on at the longest setting. and at longer setting, that's what she would look like on my shoulder. I find she almost looks like a duffel bag at this length. And now I've gone ahead and adjusted her to the shorter setting. And this is much better in my opinion. It's a much more comfortable strap drop for me. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking I probably will use her without. I'm not sure. We'll see. Once I get to using her, I shall let you know. Let me know. What do you think of my new bag? You like? You like? Are you into the multicolor collection as well? Or do you think this is like just way too obnoxious? It's all right. You can be honest. You won't hurt my feelings. So on the side, there are these two D-rings. So one large one over here where I've gone ahead and attached the shoulder strap, and one over here. I have no idea what this one is for. If you do, let me know. There's one on this side, and it's the same on the other side as well. So it was listed at 400 Australian dollars, and most of the time with Chanel card cases, I think the cheapest I've ever seen was probably 800 Australian dollars. So I have to say this was priced really well. And the other thing that I was really drawn to was the color. I love bright SLGs because they're so easy to find in your bag, and it's just a very subtle way of expressing your personality.